The story of a psychopath killer from Blood Horror Stories. One day there was a beautiful girl going out of the cinema with a friend of hers. Her friend left her and completed her way on foot, and if someone comes to her from behind and hits her hard on her head. And when she wakes up, she finds herself in a room covered all over with reinforced plastic bags. The girl tries to get up on her feet, but she feels some imbalance. Reaches the door handle and gets out of the scary room, so she finds herself in a very beautiful house, other than the room in which she is held in. And she finds in front of her a young man who told that he found her on the road. He may have had an accident. In his hand, her phone gives her, and he asks her to call her family to reassure them. She was very afraid towards him inside her, but she approached to take her phone from him, and if he throws the phone away and laughs at her face in a hysterical way that spreads fear inside her. The girl runs towards the door to get out of the entire house, but she finds it closed, runs towards the kitchen and takes a knife and threatens the young man with him, threatening him not to approach her, or else I will kill him with her. So he approaches her quietly and takes the tranquility from her hand, and without the slightest mercy he injected in her thigh until the end of the tranquility. The girl screams in pain, and in an attempt to pull the tranquility out of her body, it scares her that if she does, the blood will flow from her and flow strongly and take her life to herself. The girl fears him and crawls on the floor back to the room from which she left. She opens her bag. If she finds her Bluetooth headphones in the bag, she puts them in her ear in the hope that someone will call her and answer him before the phone draws the attention of the dysfunctional young man. Indeed, her mother calls the phone, and the girl answers her and tells her to call the policeman as she is kidnapped by a mentally ill young man. The poor girl was speaking in a very faint voice for fear that the psychopath would feel her. Then she would only be satisfied to cut her into pieces and eat her immediately. Indeed, her mother does what her daughter asked her. Indeed, the policeman can locate her through her phone. But she is in a place full of skyscrapers and also full of homes, as if they are looking for a needle in a pile of straw. He was with the rescue team, who suffered to reach the specified place in front of them. And when they arrived, they were surprised. She was with a doctor to save the poor girl, and the girl was still in contact with them. The doctor asked her to press her nails and tell her what would happen, so the girl betoured her that it was in white. Here the doctor realized that they only had 1 hour, and the girl would lose consciousness after losing her blood. One of the investigators found only one way when the girl was unable to describe the place where she was being held, and his description did not show them anything, so he asked her to set fire to the place so that they could find her as soon as possible. A paramedic asked her to look for a lighter or sulfur and set fire around her to try as much as she could to protect herself from any possible damage. And indeed, the girl found a tool in the bathroom, but unfortunately she was not working. So the investigator advised her to remove the top of the lighter and drag it on the floor to cause a spark. The girl did it, but she imbalanced her. She felt very weak, and the entire rescue crew worried about her and feared her life. And at this moment her mother came, and who talked to her and encouraged her to do so to regain her freedom and enable others to help and save her. Indeed, the girl was able to light the fires, and before she closed the bathroom door on herself, she lost her consciousness. And indeed, the rescue team was able to know exactly where she was, and from the window, for fear of fires, they were able to enter. And the first person to set foot on the house found the deformed young man waiting for him, and he put the knife on his neck, threatening the rest with retreat, or he would kill him without mercy. And of course, they are people trained in such situations who were able to avoid him and handcuff his hands,